Good morning. Thank you for joining us. I'm Tom Jordan. CBS Detroit News Time is 25 past the hour. All right, John, a lot of people out there tonight. 100,000 in the South Bay, 300,000 in Balboa Park, celebrating the holiday season.
December night's another free event. Always a great time out there.
Great time of year. All right, John, thanks so much. Closing arguments are scheduled this morning in the trial of the man accused of opening fire and wounding 2 children at a Carlsbad elementary school back in 2010. Is surging in every single poll that's been out today. It's tax time. Did you know that? And there's some pretty good news for anybody dragging their feet when it comes to filing to pay those taxes. You might want to keep your gas tank topped off. Gas prices have been pretty steady here all week as well, but analysts say, yeah, they're going to rise again. Just developing right now in Southfield, several people injured after a 3-car crash. Now, this is at Berg Road and Civic Center Drive. NTSB will investigate, but hard to believe when you look at the flames there and the smoke and the fact that this was a plane that crashed, that they were able to walk away from it. Look at that. Getting word this morning of a pair of recalls from Ford Motor Company. The first involves about 200,000 2014 and 2015 Transit Connect and Escape vehicles for an issue with the instrument panel. These 3 whistleblowers here, they had to actually go outside the chain of command to get anyone to pay attention to this. Were their immediate supervisors not taking this seriously when they initially came to them? It looks better than it feels, I think, outside. Dave Scott, when can we turn the heat off? It's been pretty darn cold. You look at some of these companies that had stronger than expected earnings, companies like Nike, doing quite well unexpectedly, but then you see the housing market really tanking. Then what's happening overseas in China?
Talk about laying city workers to take their pensions and put them on 401k plans other than the police department is something unthinkable.
Why is it unthinkable to propose a 401k plan to a union member, but not unthinkable to propose a 401k plan to the average working family who is not a union member? That's the question.
But that is not what I said.
That's the question I'm asking you.
Okay, well, as long as you're saying you said it was unthinkable. I didn't say it was unthinkable.
You said it was unthinkable.
I said that it is.
The difference between an innocent civilian and a probable threat is key.
A pretty steep price to pay, some people say, when you consider the $1.50 fare per person won't be enough to make up that cost. Some people say that money could be better spent on other public transportation projects. It's something most people don't think about when they think of the country of Israel, that there are actually surfers there surfing on the Mediterranean Sea. But it turns out there's a lot of surfers in Israel, about 25,000 people, and it's opening up a new dialogue between Christians, Muslims, and the Jews. This is the gentleman who is responsible for keeping this tree in place. Are you prepared in case something needs to happen? Nature takes its course. Brill, who says giving local hospitals control over their own patients, providing insurance directly to the ones they care for, could dramatically reduce the costs for you and me, but also provide some pretty good returns for said hospitals. Say you want to find out more about the history of Detroit, or you want to find out who was Detroit's first millionaire. E.B. Ward, by the way, it's all in this book on Detroit-specific history. 40 delegates are up for grabs, but instead of campaigning there, Republican presidential candidates are keeping their focus on the South.